How you doing? This is the 12 of 12 podcast, the podcast about real life recovery, growth and development, redemption, because that's what this is about. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, tap that subscribe button and share for more. We do have a special guest today, special updates on what's going on in the community. And these are things you do not want to miss out. So don't forget to tap that button and subscribe. We have a special guest today, Lindsay.
Hi, everybody.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Very grateful to be here. Thank you for taking time to talk to me and allowing me on your podcast. So excited to be here.
Thank you for coming on the podcast. I really appreciate you coming on. And we have some great announcements about some great things going on in the community. And Lindsay, tell me a little bit about yourself at first off. Where are you from?
I'm actually from Cynthiana, Kentucky, but came to Louisville for school, ended up making it my home. I'm a Cards fan, so I'm like stuck here. I love it here.
Oh, you're a Cards fan?
Leave. Oh yeah, Cards and Hoosiers. It's like a fine line. So I've been indoctrinated basically into being a Hoosier fan, but I've always been a Card fan since like birth.
Indoctrination, it'll do it every time. Most definitely. So the field of work that you're in, tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I'm with Wellstone Regional Hospital. We are a 100-bed psychiatric hospital over in Jeffersonville, Indiana. We serve ages 4 and up, mental health, substance use, or dual diagnosis. So if you've got both, we can still help out. Our inpatient program is really one of the things that I love talking about because I feel like we do such a fantastic job. Mm-hmm. When you're dealing with somebody who has, who's struggling, who's in crisis, who needs some type of stabilization, we're a great fit. We can do Zoom assessments. Our scheduling and assessment process is available 24/7, 365 days a year. So we are always available to the community. We accept pretty much every insurance. It's kind of the beauty of being in an emergency room, but we accept Indiana insurance, of course, Kentucky insurance and commercial insurance. So just excited to be here today and share a little bit more about what we do and some of the fun things we've got coming up.
That's an awesome thing. Sounds like a great program that you have, and we're going to get into some of the awesome things you do have. But if you did not know, we are sponsored by First Step Recovery. So if you need any help, don't forget to reach out to them, contact them. Don't wait, don't hesitate today. If you need any help with substance abuse or severe mental illness, contact them today. The number's across the top. You already know what time it is. So you have a special event coming up, a get-together coming up. Tell me a little bit about that.
So on March 4th, in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, we are teaming up with the Louisville Metro Department of Health, and we're hosting an event called Mental Health in the Workplace. So this event is actually open to the community. If you're an employer, if you are employed, or if you're just trying to gain some knowledge about how to enter the workforce and just be able to manage some of the stress that comes along with that. Our goal is to ensure we're providing real-life tools that you can take back to your team or for yourself. Of course, taking care of other people, you've got to take care of yourself first, right? We hear that all the time in the behavioral health community, but it's true. So just ensuring that we're providing you with information on how to successfully do that. Now, we were talking earlier, and my favorite thing about this event is lunch is provided.
Hey, one thing about it. Listen, people, if you're hungry, that's one thing about it. Even if you're just hungry, you just want to go check out some good food, have a nice lunch that's provided for you, I'd pop up and get your friends to pop up.
He has to. I'm making them.
Yeah. I'm there. I'm already there. Helping people, free food. We in there like swimwear.
Yes.
We in there like swimwear. So definitely, hey, tell your friends, everybody about this Mental Awareness Month. We're gonna get it in, and it's about helping the people because ultimately that's what it's about. And you have to help yourself. So many people don't get that help when they're in a workplace environment and they're going through mental struggles, they're going through abuse, they might see whatever it is they might be going through in their life outside of work. And then they have to deal with whatever the stress and the trials and tribulations of work also. And I just feel like it's just not enough help a lot of times or not enough recognition for people who was in the workplace dealing with mental issues.
And we spend so much of our time at work too. Majority of our life is spent there. So just ensuring that even if we find ourselves in really sticky situations that are stressful, because that's bound to happen, that we know how to best manage that. Everyone's going to have a unique technique that's just for them. one size shoe doesn't fit all. So we're going to talk about all kinds of different ways. And Kelsey, who's actually one of our school liaisons.
Oh, wow.
She's a licensed clinical social worker, but she's going to be leading that discussion. So we are really excited about that. Of course, we're always grateful. Jackie Love, who is with the Metro Louisville Health Department, is actually co-hosting this with us. And so we're really excited to be teaming up with them. Of course, they're always doing fantastic things, and they'll talk a little bit more about some of that stuff there. But just really looking forward to it. Always love getting together with the community. One of my favorite things is being able to connect with folks, hearing about experiences they've had with Wellstone. I'm sure we'll hear some great things about you all too. But just being able to connect, come together, and then just talk about ways to manage that stress in the workplace.
Yeah, definitely. So come through, network with the people, get to know a little bit more information about things, ways that you can help each other, better ourselves, better yourself, and come and have fun. So tell me a little bit about what brought you into the field of helping people and what you do.
Yes, so a lot of honestly personal experience. Mental health affects everybody. Substance use affects everybody. None of us are safe from it. It's something that could literally affect anybody. And so I just had a calling, after just personal things that happened in my life, having to navigate this system, which is brutal if you're not familiar with it. You can feel really hopeless a lot of times. So just kind of being that resource for folks. One thing that I like to talk about with fellow healthcare partners is Wellstone may not be the best fit for folks, but we have so many wonderful community partners out there. So a lot of something that's important to me is just connecting those folks to those partners. Yeah. I think it's a responsibility that all of us have in this line of work is to ensure that we are doing all we can to support our community. Right now is I feel like the time to do it, especially just with how difficult things can be. So just, I don't know, I was called to do it just from personal experience, having to do that solo, really, having to figure out what that next step is for family, friends, and just want to be a resource for people. I don't want getting help to ever be a barrier or a scary thing, because it's really such a beautiful thing. It's really like the first day of your new life is accepting that help and stepping into that. It's really stepping into your power. So
definitely.
I feel grateful to be doing it. I really do. Being able to talk to folks, being able to work with amazing people, just feel really grateful.
Yeah, it is a great thing. It's a blessing when you're able to do something you're called. It takes a lot of courage to be able to step into your calling. But first, you got to figure out your calling. We were talking a little bit earlier about purpose. You have to find that purpose in your life, what you're here for, what you're moving for, or what you're moving toward. Because if you don't, you're just moving around adrift. You don't have anywhere to go. You feel like you're living life for no reason. And then you just feel like you're just born, work, and die. But it's so much more than that. And once you figure that out, you figure out more about yourself. And figuring out about yourself, that's part of health. And health is wealth. Remember that, people. Yeah. So before you're able to really help out somebody else, I feel like you got to help out yourself. And once you do help yourself and start to love yourself, then you're going to love your neighbor as yourself. You can take it to the biblical. You're going to love your neighbor as yourself. You're going to care for people because you care for yourself. And that's what we do. And I feel like anybody who's out there in the recovery community, if you're in it for the right reasons, everybody might not be, but we're obviously here for the right reasons. So since we're here for the right reasons, we're going to give that love back. We're going to come up with great ideas. We're going to come together for great ideas and come to the get together. Come, get the information, and let's get together, communicate, and come up with great ideas on what we could do to make the community a lot greater.
Absolutely supporting one another, just being present each and every day and doing what we can to make the world a better place, for sure. And this is just a small piece of what I can do, but I have a lot of hope that the folks who I do help get into wherever that may be, a lot of times Wellstone, of course, but just being able to experience them leaving too, and just seeing how much better you can get. I think a lot of times when we're in the low points of our lives, it's very isolating. Yeah. A lot of times we go through stuff and we feel like we're no one understands this, no one possibly could, this is embarrassing, this is terrible. And I think when you take that step to get help, you realize that suffering is such a massive part of the human experience, and it's really what bonds us. And we have those terrible things happen to us, that's really when we start seeing support from family, friends, people in the community whose whole job is to help you in those times. So just, these terrible things happen, but we have so many wonderful organizations in place that are there to help when it all does fall apart, because, suffering, again, a human experience, but we don't have to stay in that experience. We can move past it.
Yeah, exactly. I always like to say, things are going to happen either way. Things are going to happen because you live in a human life. It's going to happen. You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days, rainy days, sunny days. So it's not about what happens to you, because stuff is going to happen. It's just about how you take it when it happens. Are you going to let the anxiety take hold of you? Are you going to let these situations just control you and tear you down? Or are you going to see what you can learn from that situation, see how you can grow from that situation? Like you said a great thing. They're going to have a lot of different resources, and so many resources are out here. And it's better when we work together. People like to just say, oh, it's me, I, or their business and that business. That's why you got to get together with good businesses, partner with good businesses who are on the same road, the same path, they have the same vision that you have. Two can't walk together unless they're in agreement. And I feel like definitely there's a lot of agreements when it comes to the things that we talk about, like we talked about, us and other companies talked about, and people that you linked up. So it's important to have good people that you link up with, communicate with, work together with, and y'all work together and get that common goal, which is to help the people out. And I feel like people, if you're out there, work on yourselves and get yourself, you're not alone. There's resources out here, all type of resources. And if you need help on the resources, just have any questions, you can still, you can contact us, and we'll be happy to lead you into the right places. If we can't help you at First Step Recovery, then we'll send you to places that can help you if you need deeper help and a deeper counsel, something that we have that you can't do. Because we care about you. We want to see you do better. We want to see people get good jobs. We want to see people overcome the mental sicknesses and mental illnesses and just the mental trials and tribulations that you might go through physically in life. And once you do that, we just want to see you get better, and you're going to get better. Just continue to fight. Don't give up. Yeah.
I always tell my son, having good mental health is a lot like getting good at a sport. Yeah. Like, you have to practice it. You have to do it every single day, because it's so easy to fall into bad habits or, get to points where you feel hopeless, right? You just don't feel like things are getting better, but you just have to stick with it. You have to take meds if if that's what the psychiatrist is calling for, your primary care, whoever. You've got to go to therapy. You've got to just ensure you're doing what you can to be the best version of yourself and to be happy. We all deserve to be happy. And so I do. I talk to my kids a lot, and I'm like, it's literally like a sport. You got to practice to get good at it. But it's true. You really do. It's and our event is a good way of practicing
it is.
Good mental health in the workplace, because we are there so much, and it can be stressful. So
it can be. And when you got your mental right, you work better. If your mental's not right, you're not going to work good at all. You're not going to be worth anything. So thank you for tuning in for the short message. We're going to have you back, Lindsay, for another deeper dive into life skills, life situations, things you might have been through, trials, tribulations, and overcoming, and bettering ourselves, because that's what we like to do here at 12 at 12 Podcast, the voice of the people. If you'd like to be on the show, you could contact us. And anything else you'd like to say to the people?
Just thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. And I hope to see you on March 4th at the forum at the health department.
Most definitely. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a blessed day.